You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about Michael Thomas, a guy that was at one time on a unreal trajectory towards maybe a Hall of Fame career, but injuries have greatly set him back. There was a time when he was most definitely probably a top 6 or 7 wide receiver for several years, and he was racking up some unbelievable receiving statistics for the New Orleans Saints. But injuries have plagued that career, and now Pro Football Focus, I believe, has Michael Thomas listed as the 58th best wide receiver in the league, and because of Chris Olave, he's now more of a 2 in New Orleans. He's 30 years old, just a step slower, etc. Well, last night, he was placed in a cop car because he lost his crap, for lack of a better way of putting it, with a home contractor, a guy that was building a home near Michael Thomas's home over where this guy was parking his truck. And this guy is saying that Michael Thomas has been giving him some trouble for a couple of weeks now, and it all boiled over. Now, there are conflicting reports. David Hookstead is saying over at Outkick that it's unclear if he's been arrested. The Daily Mail is saying he has been arrested. So, and generally speaking, they tend to jump out there, them and TMZ, on issues like this. They tend to jump out there and get it right. So, let's take a look at this. He is, as of right now, going to play against the Vikings. So, this is just crazy. It's kind of another issue with this guy. You got to wonder, will the Saints do anything? I doubt it. Derek Carr needs all the help he can get right now. New Orleans Saints receiver Michael Thomas allegedly got into a massive altercation Friday, and this happened Friday evening, with a man working construction on his street. Contractor Luis Fuentes alleges that Thomas attacked him, threatened him, and smashed his truck with a brick over not liking where his vehicle was parked. Quote, he drives up and I see him get out, and I was like, I don't know what he's doing. I'm just worried about my job site. He walks up to this big pile of sand and grabs a brick and throws it at my car. And the guys are like, hey man, your truck. Oh, dude, he's actually doing something. So I grabbed my phone and I started recording him. That footage is not out yet. So this is going to end up coming out. And he saw I was recording him. He grabbed my phone and grabbed me and pushed me. Fuentes told WDSU. The NFL receiver is accused of throwing 2 bricks at Fuentes and attempting to get his phone to delete his videos. Thomas is also accused of telling Fuentes that during a different altercation that vehicles would get a brick or a bullet. Holy crap, that took a turn. If they were parked where the NFL player didn't want them to be. Witnesses say Thomas was eventually placed in a police car. It's unclear if he was actually arrested or not. Let's listen to this guy via Eli Brand of WDSU.
On my job site, and he walks up to this big pile of sand and grabs a brick, and he throws it at my car, and the guys are like, hey man, your truck. So I'm like, oh dude, he's actually doing something. So I grabbed my phone and I started recording him, and he saw that I was recording. He grabbed my phone and just grabbed and pushed me. Says Thomas threw.
Well, you can obviously see right there where the bricks hit the window of the truck. So I don't think there's any confusion on that happening. I just don't see any reason. Look, home contractors make a lot of money. I just don't see any reason this guy's got to step out there and lie about this. New Orleans Saints are aware of the alleged situation with Thomas and are in the process of gathering more details, according to NBC Sports. WDSU also reported Fuentes still has the video of the incident that hasn't been shown to the public yet. If that does become public and it's as bad as alleged, Thomas could find himself in some trouble with the league. We haven't talked about that yet. Allegedly attacking someone over their vehicle where it's parked and smashing with a brick is an incredibly stupid decision if true, and you're 30 years old. It's not like you're a young buck out there and you don't know any better, you're just losing it. At 30 years old, you should know better. Now, Daily Mail, Michael Thomas was reportedly arrested. Okay, so they're saying he was arrested. Sports Illustrated reported that the receiver is still expected to play on Sunday. However, other reports claimed the main factor that prompted Thomas's arrest was knocking a phone out of someone's hand. A Saints spokesman told Saints News Network on Friday night, "We are aware of the incident. We are gathering information." There's the brick right there that we showed, and there, of course, is the truck. The incident is said to have occurred around 5:30 p.m. on Friday night, with Thomas accused of throwing the brick at the truck of the contractor. So that's pretty crazy. It comes after weeks of threats. So Michael Thomas has been threatening this guy. You know? I mean, that's crazy that he has been threatening this guy over where he's parking his truck. You know, that's crazy. He said, and I watched the full video. The contractor did say, "I told him, man, I cheered for you every Sunday. I never once thought I would have an issue with you like this." The footage shot by WDSU showed a brick on the ground, damage to truck windows, as well as police analyzing the scene and photographing Fuentes' injuries. It comes just a couple of weeks after Thomas's fellow Saints wide receiver Chris Olave was arrested on suspicion of reckless operation of a motor vehicle in Kenner. In a statement, police in Kenner, located about 15 miles west of New Orleans, alleged Olave was driving 35 miles an hour above the posted speed limit. Yikes. Okay, so they're just having all kinds of issues down with the New Orleans Saints with their receivers right now. And look, the Saints are in the NFC South playoff push right now. They're trying to win that division now that the Buccaneers have kind of backed out a little bit. And the Falcons, well, there's no consistency from the Falcons. I mean, Derek Carr, Dennis Allen, they have a chance to win that division right now. And in fact, I think when I looked at the NFC playoff picture, they're actually in. Technically, if the season ended, I think they're in right now. I'm not for sure, but I think they're in as the NFC South champion. But there's a lot of weeks to go in the season, and we don't know how this is going to go. And the one thing that was brought up, look, if this takes a turn, the league gets involved, personal conduct policy is going to get involved, and you start looking at things like suspensions. But I will say this, generally speaking, the NFL will allow the legal process to carry out before they, issue a suspension of some kind. And look, they didn't exactly hammer Alvin Kamara either. So I would just keep that in mind. More than likely, it'd probably be like a game, and that would be it. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports supporters. Another NFL player. It's not called the National Felon League for no reason. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.